The Endicott College Writing Center presents How to Write a Literature Review, constructing an intro, body, and conclusion. While all professors have specific instructions on what to include in your introduction, generally the most basic information is included. So what should you include? First, identify the general topic of the literature review, as well as the importance of the topic. Next, define the basic findings of the literature being reviewed. And lastly, explain your reasons for completing the literature review. Keep in mind that the length of the introduction varies depending on your professor, and that you may be required to also write an abstract, which is an even more concise description of your literature review. Tip: the introduction should start with a sentence that catches the reader's attention. Consider beginning with action, description, an interesting fact, or a question. Following the outline you have created, summarize the literature for your reader in a way that makes sense. Start with the most basic information and end with the most complicated. Tip: the information in the body paragraphs should come to a point. This point should lead into the research proposal that will be in the conclusion. Each section and subsection should have an umbrella sentence that signals what the rest of the paragraph will cover. Use of reminder and summary statements throughout the review are also helpful to remind the reader what other literature has or has not found. It is also important to use transitional phrases or words like these to show points of agreement, disagreement, and supplementary information. Although organization is extremely important in the final product, it does not necessarily come easy. Sometimes you may need to express your ideas before trying to organize them in a cohesive manner. It may help you to simply write and write until you cannot write anymore. Then you'll be able to organize paragraphs and sentences without worrying that you'll have to add more. Also, you'll be able to see where a point could better be explained or when you are over-explaining. Some useful organizational tools are copying and pasting into a different document, printing and literally cutting and pasting your document, and printing and highlighting or marking with pen and arrows. Tip: cite in-text as you go to eliminate confusion between sources later on. No one wants to sit in front of a 40-page document and try to figure out where each sentence came from. Conclusion: in your conclusion, you will likely summarize the main arguments to various research studies, state areas where further research is needed, and often propose your own research study to add to the field. Professors often give specific guidelines as to what they would like you to include. Once you have written all of these sections, it is important to read the literature review completely to be sure that there is no unnecessary repetition, confusing points, or disordered ideas. While you've read over 20 articles on the subject, your reader has not. It is important to be sure that every point is made clearly, especially a basic point. Without an understanding of the basics, your reader will be confused throughout the duration of your paper. Revising and revising literature review is very important. You are not expected to write a perfect literature review the first time around. Revision helps you focus on professional language, grammar and spelling, sentence and paragraph order, APA or MLA formatting, clarity, use of sources, etc. This has been a presentation of Endicott College Writing Center. For more information about scheduling an appointment, please visit our website today.